Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing an end of month flip for my Louis Vuitton large ring or GM agenda. So this planner has changed a lot throughout the month. So the previous month's end of month flip of this agenda was what I started the month out with. And I apologize guys, I'm getting over a cold. So my voice might be a little shaky, but as I know, did a lot of traveling, mentioned that in like every single video. And in the first trip, I brought this agenda with me, which I typically don't like to travel with it, but I figured, let me try it out. And I remembered why. It's just so large, it takes so much room, and then for the amount of times that I do use the planner, I feel like it's not worth traveling with it. And so use it for the first trip, so I switched it up. And then in my most recent plan with me in this agenda, or maybe the one before, I can't remember, but I showed that I added hourly inserts in here, or I might have had hourly inserts in here. I'm losing track of all the changes I'm making this week, this month, because I switched it up so much based on what I was doing. And that's why I love using agendas, is because you have that flexibility to change it up. And you know, this week it could be, or this month it could look like this, today it could look like this, and then tomorrow I can like completely turn this into like a daily planner. So best part about these agendas is that you have all the flexibility to switch everything out, and that's why I love it so much, because things change pretty frequently. And I like that I can switch out my agenda to accommodate what's going on throughout each month, and that's why I do these flips, so y'all can see how I did that. So enough rambling. Here is the front. So I added this vellum from the planner spot, which I absolutely love for Halloween. I absolutely love Halloween, and I might keep this in a little bit longer just because I think it's so cute and I love it. But it's all these little bats, and I think it just looks good. I have it layered with this vellum from Salty 22. And then we go into my top 4 tabs. And so first one is the 2022 vellum. So I have my yearly view, and then I have my monthly calendar. And these are month on one page inserts from Infinite Lotus. Of course, everything will be linked below, as well as my discount codes. So always scroll down after the list, because that's where all the discount codes are. I might switch it so people can see the discount codes first so they don't forget, but either way, they're always there. I have it like preset so that they're always loaded. But here is October, so all the little planes, everything going on. And yeah, November and December are probably just gonna get a little bit busier. As y'all can see, we have a lot of birthdays, and then of course we have the holidays, so a lot going on there. And then we have our weekly agenda. So these are my main inserts that I use in here. And because of the setup, I'm actually using them a lot more, which y'all are about to see. And I think it's because I keep like streamlining my planner, right? And so the more that I become more intentional with the inserts, the more that I use the inserts, of course. But either way, these are a staple because of this column right here. And so typically my plans first go into the monthly, and then I break down what needs to be done in my weekly, and then on my daily is when I plan out when I'm actually doing it. So here's the beginning of October. And then we have had a lot, again, going on. Here is this current week that I am filming, and this is what I was mentioning, that you can tell that I'm obviously using the planner because I haven't filled out a complete list before. I had to like carry some over here, or see like when it was going to start to move it over here. But there's just a lot going on post travel. Of course, we've been gone for essentially 2 weeks, so a lot to catch up on. A lot happened while we were out, so yeah. Here is the weekly overview, and then this last tab is where the hourly section was that I removed, and again showed in that plan with me, but it was the ROSIE PAPETERIE inserts that I was using. And then I recently, and I'll have my end of month flip for my medium ring agenda up too, or soon, switch my hourly into the medium ring, and I love this size, so this is probably going to be my go-to hourly size, just because, I don't know, I like it, and it's compact so I can take it everywhere, which I love. So yeah, we have hourly in there now. And so I actually switched this up so that the schedule section is actually now my academic section. And now all of my plans are behind the schedule section, which makes sense. here was last month. Oh no, actually we're in October. This was last month. And loving these, gonna continue to use these throughout the semester. Also intend to use these for the rest of the program more than likely because I just love this view and I feel like it's perfect. It holds everything. My new syllabus should be coming out soon for my new class, and so once that's out, I will see how that works there. That class should have a lot going on in there too. But this class had a lot of deadlines, a lot of projects and whatnot and papers, and so it was able to handle that, so I feel like it should handle any class. But really loving these from Infinite Lotus. And then I have the inserts for the rest of the year in here, but don't have the syllabus yet, so I can't set up the new one. But I will pretty soon because class starts this upcoming Monday. So, or I think when this video comes out, so it should be soon if y'all are waiting for that. Next tab is notes and lists, and that's exactly what I'm going to use this section for now, is notes and lists. I'm actually going by the tabs. And so I have a packing list in here. I was going to do one for Nashville and then just completely lost track. So this is what I used for Virginia, and then I just have random content ideas in here, and I'm configuring like my 2023 insert setup. Like, it's just lists and notes. So happy to have that in here so I can actually use my planner for more than just plans, right? I can hold everything in here. But here's also a tentative idea of what I'm looking for or what I might do for 2023. And of course I'll share that with you guys. I don't buy my inserts 6 months in advance, so y'all will see that. I'll probably try and get everything Black Friday, and so in December y'all will see what I'm getting for 2023. And most of the time, like especially in the A5, everything's printable anyways. I might pre-order, or I might order some printed inserts that are dated. We'll see. But I know everything comes out, like has been coming out since July. And with planners, like coiled planners, to me that makes sense because they're academic year, so they start. So even if they launch May, June, they start in July. But like inserts that don't start until January, I'm not going to buy that in June or July. And so I've always been that way, and I don't intend to like do that because also a lot of stuff comes out and rolls out differently based on the shop. So I want to see what's all available before I make any decisions. I will say I have, with that, I have something coming in for my pocket agenda that I'm excited to share with you guys, and that's coming really soon. But that's the only thing that I've decided, and I, as y'all have seen in my end of month flips, I haven't really used my pocket agenda. So with that, like, it kind of makes sense that, you know, I can wait till 2023, but I can also predate as well. But yeah, my 2023 inserts aren't going to be like on my channel until December, and if you've followed me for a while, you know that that's generally when I share everything. And so yeah, throwing that out there. And then final tab, sorry to get sidetracked, we have my finances. Again, following the tabs for the first time ever in this planner. But really loving this as my finance section. So we have the bills tracker, so love it. I haven't changed much. I think this is the same as the previous flip, but I'm just going to show it just in case. So this is just tracking when all the bills are due, and I need to update this. Everything's on auto pay for this page, so I just generally go through the account and check to see what's been paid and just double check it went out. This is my personal bills. These are joint with my husband, so these are pretty much manually paid. There's only a few that are auto paid, and I track that differently on my personal end. But I love this. I love being able to tick off when something's done, and that's, I've used to have a calendar view, and I have just gravitated towards this because it's more streamlined and I love it. And then in the inbox, this is where all of the bills come in, which is why I put it under the inbox. And so these are all of the expenses, and so these are my this month inserts from Infinite Lotus. I mentioned it, or I'm going to mention it in my medium ring agenda planner. These are such versatile inserts. I love them so much. So in my medium ring, I'm using them as a content planning inserts, right? So these are the exact same ones, they just don't have the column. And then these are the A5 version for, you know, the large ring, and you can get them with a column, like 2 columns, or just a single column. And so when I saw these, I got this idea from Maddie Plans. Loved it that she had like outgoing and incoming. So she, like on here, she has deposits, and then she put all her bills here. And for me, I was like, oh, well, 2 columns, I could do my joint and my personal, because that's how I always divide up all of our expenses. Like that's just how we budget. And so perfect. So this is where all the bills initially come in. And so whenever I'm budgeting, I start here, which is why it's under the inbox. Have my little tab divider so I can flip here. And then the outbox is my budget planner. And so I'm not going to share too much because there's a lot of personal information. It does start with my debt management payoff plan, which I really need to update because things have changed since I had to buy a new car. And but I use the budget trackers as if you're new to my channel, I do paycheck budgeting, and so each paycheck I'll go in, I have separate accounts, so I have one for each account, and I'll put what amount's going into this account, what's coming out, how much I have left over. Typically that remainder is based on the account going towards extra debt or is for spending. And so there's a page per insert in here, and it works well. So yeah.